Hello to everyone there. My name is Dayal Molana. I'll be your teacher for today. Our topic today is going to be comparative adjectives. So, first of all, I need you to say hello and to say your name. Could you please start, Major?
Hi, my name is Miller. I'm 21 years old. I'm from Granada Meta.
Okay, interesting. Now, Laura. Laura, are you there or not? Okay, Fabian, could you please continue?
Of course. Hi everyone, my name is Fabian. I'm from Pamplona and I don't know what else.
Okay, that's interesting. That's enough for saying. And Laura, could you please say good morning? Okay, maybe Laura is not here, or maybe she's paying attention, but she doesn't want to talk. Anyway, we're gonna start with the comparative adjectives. So for comparative adjectives, before to get started with the topic, I need you to I want to remind you what a noun is and what an adjective is. So a noun is a person or a place or a thing. Example, I'm Dajjal, I'm a person, it means I'm a noun. Would be Bogota. Bogota is a place, so it means Bogota is a noun. Or, for example, I have here a book. So this book is a thing, so it means this book is a noun. But on the other hand, we have adjectives. Adjectives are such words which describes a noun. Example, we have cold. It's cold in here. It's hot, tall, old, rich, poor. Those are examples of adjectives. They describe nouns. Now, in English, we usually compare the things, right? This is normal in people when talking, comparing to things or comparing to places or comparing to people, right? So that's what the comparative adjectives are used to compare to things or to compare to people or to compare to places. So let's look for an example. We have here Donald Trump. As you can see, Donald Trump is going to be here. And we have Elizabeth Queen. So we can say Donald Trump is taller, as you can see, is taller than Elizabeth Queen. Or on the other way around, Elizabeth Queen is shorter than Donald Trump. As you can see, though, that's why, or this is the way I'm comparing them. Now, let's look for the rules. When you need to be careful with the rules or the quantity of syllables you have in an adjective. If you have a one syllable adjective, it means one beat. Example, we have old, it's going to be only one beat. Old, we have new, only one beat. Long, tall, old, rich. Those are one syllable adjectives. When you have this kind of syllable or of adjectives, what you need to do is to use the ending or the ER ending, right? Example, if you have the word old, you're gonna add ER at the end. Older, older, tall, taller, new, newer, old, older. Oh, okay, older is repeated. Long, longer, rich, richer. So that's why, that's the way we use the one syllable adjectives. For example, Fabian, who is older, Trump or Elizabeth Quinn?
Oh, I don't know. I think Elizabeth Queen is older than Trump.
And Donald Trump. It doesn't matter if it's not real. Maybe we can say Donald Trump is older than Elizabeth Quinn, but it doesn't matter. What we're doing here is to compare the things. Now, Major, who is richer? Who is richer, Donald Trump or Elizabeth Quinn?
I don't know what is richer.
But we can just give me an example. It doesn't matter if it's real.
Ah, okay. And Donald Trump is richer than Elizabeth Queen?
Than Elizabeth Queen. Here we need to use the word than when you have the two subjects. Now let's look for another example. We have here the city of New York. This is New York. And we have other city. This is Sunderland. This city is in England, and this city is in the United States. So, Laura, which city is larger, New York or Sunderland?
Okay, teacher, New York is larger than
Sunderland.
Sunderland. Sorry.
Yes, New York is larger than Sunderland. We can say another example. We can say, for example, Sunderland is smaller than New York. So that's what we're using comparatives to compare in this case to places. So be careful with the amount of syllables you have. Now, what do we do in case if we have two or more syllables? So this is important. Why? Because we have here serious. We have three syllables. Colorful. It's going to be three again. Difficult, three syllable or three bits. Popular. When we have two or more syllables, we need to use more or less, right? We need to use more or less before the adjective. For example, I can say Matt Damon is more serious than Robin Williams. Or I can say Robin Williams is less serious than Matt Damon, right? So this is going to be before the adjective, only in the case if you have two or more syllables, right? So let's look for another example. Meyer, who is more popular, Matt Damon or Robin Williams?
Robin Williams is more popular than Matt Taylor.
Matt Damon. Yes, Robin Williams is more popular than Matt Damon. Or we can say, Matt Damon is less popular than Robin Williams, the other way around. Now, let's look for another example. Let's compare these two dogs. We have the dog Donald and we have the dog Lucas. Fabian, which of these dogs is more colorful? Who is more colorful?
The Donald Duck is more colorful than Lucas.
But Lucas, we can say Donald is more colorful than Lucas. Now let's look for another example. Let's imagine about languages. For example, Laura, which language is more difficult, English or Spanish?
Spanish is more difficult than English.
Or we can say the other way around. English is less difficult than Spanish. We can use this organization, this structure. Now, we do need to be careful also because some two-syllable adjectives use ER. An example, heavy, two syllables, but it's not gonna be more heavy. It's gonna be heavier. I can say, for example, an elephant is heavier than a cat. And I'm not using more heavy. It's because some two-syllable adjectives are used with ER. It means that some are used with ER, some of them are used with more, or some things you need to make a choice, right? So an example could be another again, pretty, two-syllable, right? Two syllables we have here. Hey, pretty. Example, I can say Scarlett Johansson is prettier than Elizabeth Olsen. Yeah, this is the kind of example we can use here. And we have a two-syllable adjective, but it's not going to be with more. It's going to be with ER, so you need to be careful with that. Now, let's look for the spelling rules. This is also important for this topic. When you have one-syllable adjective, and you have the CVC ending, if you don't know what CVC is consonant, vowel, consonant. So, example, we have big. Does it have one syllable? Of course it has. Big. It's only one bit. Big. It's CVC. We have the CVC ending here. Of course we have. We have B is a consonant. I is a vowel. And G is a consonant. We have one syllable and CVC. So you need to double here the last consonant. So you need to double the G. Bigger. You're gonna double here the G. But let's look for a small. Small, as we can see, it's one syllable, small. But now let's look if we have the CVC ending. We have A is a consonant, is a vowel, excuse me. We have L and L, we have double L. It's gonna be two consonants. So this doesn't have the CVC ending, so you're not gonna double the last consonant. But for example, we have hotter. Hotter, in this case, you need to double that. Let's look for an example for bigger. Major, which of these animals is bigger? The dog or the cat? Which one is bigger?
The dog is more bigger than the cat.
In this case, when as you have one syllable, you need to use bigger.
Okay, bigger.
Right? Bigger, exactly. Fabian, which celebrity is hotter? Scarlett Johansson or Elizabeth Olsen? Who is hotter?
Absolutely, Scarlett Johansson is hotter than Elizabeth.
Olsen, of course she is. She's hotter than Scarlett Johansson. We have colder here. As you can see, colder doesn't have the CVC ending. That's why we don't double the D here. And also, when you have the adjectives with Y, that's going to be some changes. That's why you need to be careful with this. Most of the adjectives with Y are going to be two-syllable adjectives, but they're not going to contain more. Example, we have happy, two syllables I mean. But we need to change the Y here. We have a Y, we need to change that Y to I and to add ER. It's not gonna be more happy, it's gonna be happier, heavier, friendlier, prettier, right? Let's look for another example. Laura. Which animal is heavier, a horse or a mouse? Which one is heavier? Laura, are you there? Okay, Fabian, which one is heavier?
Well, it depends, but I think
The horse or the mouse?
the horse is heavier than the mouse.
The mouse. The horse is heavier than the mouse. So this those are going to be all the rules for comparative adjectives. First of all, you need to have, remember, just for a reminder, you need to have two things to compare, or two places or two people. You need to be careful for the quantity of syllables you have for each adjective you're going to use. And also the spelling rules. If you need to double the consonant, if you have a one syllable adjective and the CVC ending, or if you have an adjective which ends in Y. And also to be careful if it's a two syllable adjective, because in some cases you need to make a choice. So this is going to be the whole class for today. So I'm going to send you the document of Word in which you are going to develop the activity. Those are going to be the answers. So I'm going to read them in order for you to understand, that you understand all the questions. So it's according all about the video. For example, we have who is older, Adele or Kevin? According to Deborah, which city is larger, New York or San Francisco? According to Neil, which city is bigger, New York or San Francisco? According to Kelly, which city is bigger, New York or San Francisco? According to Ranji, which city is bigger in spirit, New York or San Francisco? Who cooks better, Maureen or Raphael? And finally, we have who cooks better, Deborah or Neil? So this is going to be all the questions for the activity. So I think it's going to be all for today. So it was a pleasure to have you in my class. So thank you and goodbye.
Thank you to you, teacher. You're awesome.